And hello, and this is round 3 of the Southern Cross series. It's the second Southern Cross series. It happens fortnightly on the Thursday night at 7 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. This game is between GladE and Crayze. GladE playing the purple Zerg in the right hand corner, and Crayze playing random, but got Protoss in the upper middle. And GladE paused because he's having a few lag issues apparently. The map is Scrap Station. It's the third round. I believe it's a best of 1. Next round we'll start the best of 3. The finals being a best of 5, and that will happen tomorrow night. This map actually is well known for being Zerg favoured, one of the few, mainly due to the wide ramp at the front and the ability to take quite easy expansions, and obviously a large rush distance between bases, but also small air distance is good for muters. Just wait for GladE to unpause before we can start going into the game, I guess, whilst he goes and beats up whoever's downloading his place. But good thing about this game, this match though, is the natural expansion is actually quite disjointed from the main, so it could be possible for Crayze here to take advantage of that and do a quick push on the natural or into the main. Once it's connected with creep though, and he can start holding at the choke point a bit from the bottom of the ramp. Who knows? We'll have to see what happens and what build these guys go. GladE obviously being one of the higher rated Zergs in Oceanic area, in C, sorry, even. Probably even the best Zerg, dare I say, although a bit of bias I guess in that. Crayze, still pretty good player, obviously, advancing to the third round. He's beaten a few people, but fairly unknown compared to GladE, to be honest with you. So the game started here. He's going out with 8, probably doing a pylon here, doing a nice bit of wall. Not really much going on early on. Interesting to see what kind of build GladE goes. Obviously he's not 6-pooling as he has already got a few drones. He does like 6-pool. I have watched a lot of his games, and it seems every second one he throws out that 6-pool. It's good for throwing off opponents, but I find it's always better in sort of a best of 3, so it keeps your opponent guessing a bit more. Best of 1s, it's very hit or miss, and you can lose it, and then you're basically knocked out of the tournament. Not much else going on. Scouting with the Overlord instead of the drone, I like that, or we might scout with the drone later, but I like that a lot because there is a short air distance. That Overlord will get there about the same time your drone would if you send out about 10 or so. No scouting yet from the Protoss player. Quite weird. I have seen a lot of Protoss players scout after the first pylon. It's good for seeing a lot of cheese, but he might want to scout a bit later. He's getting a gateway down, so we're not going to be able to see any forge craziness, although on this map it is quite difficult to do a forge block in because there is a very wide ramp, and if you can't completely block off that bottom of the ramp, Zerglings can get out and surround your cannon and kill it very quickly. He has done a bit of an extractor trick here, or he has just cancelled his extractor. He's just cancelled it. He's going for a fast expand instead. I don't know whether he changed his mind based on the build. Probably saw only 1 gateway and not 2 gate, and thought, I can get away with a quick expand here. So he has gotten the 15 expand. He should get a spawning pool down after this drone finishes. He's probably saving up for that now. And then basically once he gets his second base up, and if he can hold this, he's going to have a huge income. He's going to have 2 bases worth of lava, and yeah, there goes his spawning pool. So once he can get this up, and if he doesn't lose it to early pressure from the Protoss player, he's going to be in a significant lead just due to having that extra base. Protoss player, he hasn't even scouted yet, I'm pretty sure, so he has no idea what GladE's doing. I don't know if he's just not confident with scouting, or maybe he doesn't need to. He's just trying his own thing, and maybe he can deal with anything a Zerg player can do, but it's always a good idea to scout, I think. But hey, each his own. He might be confident enough to beat GladE otherwise. We'll see what happens. So he's getting his Silence core down here, obviously going for a bit of a gateway army, I dare say. He is kind of boosting out this Zealot, probably trying to block off over here to stop that early Zergling pressure, which probably won't come because GladE is fast expanding. Back in GladE's base, he has just finished his spawning pool, so he's just starting to get his queen out now. Have a look at the production tab. He's getting the extractor up over here. Queen is still droning pretty hard, so he's very confident with being able to drone right now. He's not worried about getting pushed. If you have a look at units, he only has drones and overlords. He's not going to get any Zerglings for a bit. Trying to get an econ up very quickly, and if it works, it's going to pay off very pretty quick into the game actually, but playing more for the later game. Having a look at the income now, he's actually keeping up with the Protoss player as far as harvesters go, but I mean, once his queen spawns here and he can start injecting into this hatchery, he should start getting a lot more drones than the opponent. Scout has come in now. He's just having a look at what he's doing. I don't think he saw the natural actually. Interesting to see once that probe dies, if it dies, or if it does any craziness. We'll just follow it for a second now, and then we'll have a look at what the Protoss player has seen. Not much else going on though. The Protoss player isn't expanding at all. He is just he's waypointing around. He's going to check the natural. He has to have known. He's seen these Zerglings come up here, but I don't think he's seen it himself. He might have not seen that at all. If you have a look from his point of view, he hasn't seen the natural at all. So, not thinking to check there, might have been an error, or might have actually just assumed there was a base there because these Zerglings came from that direction. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. He is going for a Stargate though. That's a hidden Stargate, although not really because Overlord's right here. We'll see if that has seen it, and he has seen the Stargate. The Overlord has scattered it. He's trying to get Void Rays out, but GladE, obviously being a veteran of this game, will know exactly how to counter it. It looks like he's just starting to build a few queens. I think that's his third queen now. He's going to connect the bases with, sorry, 4 queens. There's a 4th one up. So he's going to connect the bases with creep, and that way he can react with these 4 queens wherever the Void Rays come in. 4 queens does quite well against Void Rays. He needs to save a bit of energy though, so he can start healing some of his own queens. He is chrono boosting that Void Ray out, and sent it right in, so he's just going with 1 at the moment. He's not going to try and save up for 2 or 3. I think this might be a small mistake. He might pull back after seeing 3 queens right here. 3 queens will completely demolish a Void Ray. And GladE here, just start reacting here. He's trying to kill this. I don't think that's a good idea. He's going to probably lose that Void Ray. Yeah, he's pulling back with it. Probably could have pulled back a bit sooner and saved a bit of that damage. He's going to try and build a few more. This is a very hit or miss. He is actually supply cap right now as well, so that's a small error in his behalf, and that is going to cost him when it comes to getting aggression on. He's pushing out with 5 Zealots now. Whether he's actually going to do an attack with this or not is another question. He has got a lot of Zerglings here. That's quite a few. That should take out those 5 Zealots unless he gets himself backed against the wall or something like that. If Void Ray comes back in, there are queens here waiting for it, and he's just going to get chased off. He's just trying to poke around, do a bit of damage. He's just waiting for this second one to come out. He has 100 energy as well. He's not chrono boosting anything, which is a small error as well. He's not getting Warp Gate, very cheap upgrade. It's always good to get that, but not using a chrono boost is a small error. He's also walling himself in totally. As we look down here, these Zerglings here just trying to get goods around those Zealots. They're going to completely demolish them. Zealots got caught out of position and got spread apart a bit, so Zerglings get perfect surrounds there. Zerglings going to try and counter attack now, but I think this pure wall off will do quite well. In fact, these Zerglings, there's nothing here to kill these Zerglings at all. He needs Stalker. He's got Void Rays. I'll take that back. I was going to say you could just kill this wall. This Void Ray here will just charge up on these Zerglings and just basically give them as soon as it's fully charged up. He's going to try and break it anyway, do a bit of damage. He obviously knows his opponent's going Void Ray, he's pulling back there. So he's done a little bit of damage to that pylon, but nothing really serious. He's getting 2 more gateways down. He's going for 3 gate. Still hasn't expanded. So he is going to have to win this one very soon, or cripple GladE in a way where he can't come back, otherwise he's going to be in trouble. Third hatchery going down his main as well from GladE. It's good, because on 2 bases you do get a lot of minerals. He's breaking through this wall from both directions as well. Obviously wants a quicker way to get from to his base ground-wise, keeping in mind that his opponent is gone Void Ray heavy. And here come 3 more Void Rays, so see if this does some damage. GladE does have some queens. I don't know if this will be enough. He's only got 1 queen here. If he can attack this one quickly, he's getting charged up on this Overlord. That's a good move here. Where is his queens? His queens are nowhere nearby. He can do some damage with this. If he does some quick damage, targeting the extractor, I don't know if that's good. Is he going for drones? Good. Oh, he's going straight for the lair. So he comes 3 queens now. If he turns around and attacks this, he could kill it. Probably want to aim for the ones with energy though. He's not. Oh, here we go. Lost 1 of them. He could heal this one up with... Never mind, the 4th one came in. He's probably not going to win that. He needs to pull back. If he committed to that lair, he could have probably killed it. He's possibly going to lose that Void Ray as well. Almost. Yes, he does get it in the end. Just very close there. Creep spreading this way was a very good move by GladE. Definitely preempted that. And the Zerglings have broken through here. He's just going to check for that. Well, he's not even going to check for it. He's just going to have a poke around here. Sees him sort of cannoning up with the cannons. Kills a free Zealot down there. He's sort of locked out. He's, oh, let me in. But no, full wall off here. Cannon's starting to go up. Void Ray out. So might even kill this pylon. Hydras are up as well. Good move by GladE and kill that Void Ray. In fact, this is going to break through. And he's called it GG. He has nothing to stop this. And he's thrown the towel in. 3 Zealots and a probe aren't going to do much. And the cannons weren't coming up. Well played by GladE. Definitely demolished him quite convincingly. Tried to do the good old Void Ray rush, but GladE scattered it with the Overlord and cannoned very quickly with queens. Well played by GladE. He progresses to the, I think it's quarterfinals. We'll have to wait and see. And I'll see if I can get a cast for the next round, which is a best of 3.